गए गए।
ठीक है, स्टार्ट करते हैं। तो today's topic is PostGIS. So PostGIS is nothing but a combination of PostgreSQL and Geographic Information System. तो बेसिकली ये इन दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन है एंड बेसिकली PostGIS क्या है, ये एक एक्सटेंशन है PostgreSQL का ऑब्जेक्ट रिलेशन डेटाबेस का, जो कि हमें स्पेशल इंफॉर्मेशन स्टोर और मैनेज करने की फंक्शनैलिटी प्रोवाइड करता है। तो बेसिकली इसकी हेल्प से हम जोग्राफिक इंफॉर्मेशन ऑब्जेक्ट्स को स्टोर कर सकते हैं डेटाबेस में। तो हमारे पास PostgreSQL में ऑलरेडी ज्योमेट्रिक टाइप स्टोर करने के कुछ नेटिव ज्योमेट्रीज थी, बट वो काफ़ी लिमिटेड थी एक GIS डेटा को एनालाइज करने में और उसके ऊपर कुछ फंक्शंस परफॉर्म करने में, इसलिए हमें इसकी ज़रूरत पड़ी। एंड हमने इसकी हेल्प से हम ऑब्जेक्ट्स को स्टोर कर सकते हैं और उसके ऊपर कुछ फंक्शंस परफॉर्म कर सकते हैं जो कि हम नेटिव ज्योमेट्रीज पे नहीं कर सकते थे PostgreSQL पे। तो इसलिए वी आर यूजिंग PostGIS। तो इसको इनेबल करने का अपने PostgreSQL DB में बहुत ही सिंपल सा तरीका है। आपको prerequisites are only that you need to install PostgreSQL and you need to install PostGIS extension from the official website postgis.net, and you just need to create your instance, create your DB and connect to it, and you will automatically see that these spatial reference system files are present inside your database. So here, if you see, I have PostGIS extension installed inside, and I already have my spatial ref system date table present in it, which has a data something like this. Does anybody has any questions until now?
No.
Okay, moving forward. So what kind of spatial geometries we can store using PostGIS in PostgreSQL? So first is point, a very simple geometry, which we can create a table. This table has two columns. One is point and one is name, and we can store a point using the data type geometry inside the database. So we can simply insert inside the table using this. We can create a text point, the x-axis and the y-axis point for that particular point, and we can store it inside the database, and it will be stored inside that the geometry. So it will look something like this. If we want to print this geometry point as text in the result, then we can simply use a function called st_as_text, which will print this point geometry in form of text in the output. So it will look something like this. Okay, we have another function called st_distance, which does nothing but calculates the distance between 2 points and returns the same. And we'll be talking about this in the part where we'll be discussing the functions. So this is basically one type of geometry, that is point. Another one is we have line string. That is nothing but we just have to define 2 points, the starting point of the line and the end point of the line, the x and y points, and we can create a line string using the keyword line string. And similarly, as we were using the function st.as_text for printing the geometry in form of text, we can use the same here for the line as well. For any kind of geometry, we can do it. So here in the result, we can get line string in form of text. So we have multiple other geometries. These were the basic ones. So let's look at them. We have point that we have already discussed. That is nothing but a simple point with x and y coordinates. These x and y coordinates are basically the latitude and longitude of that particular location. So we can provide the latitude and longitude, and that will be defined as a point. We have another one as multi-point, that is nothing but a collection of points. So here, as you can see in the image, these are 4 points that create a multi-point. You can simply define it using this type of text form. Next, line string. Again, we have already seen line string. The other one is multi-line string, that is nothing but collection of line strings. So we have multiple lines and we can call it as a multi-line string. We can define it by this form of text.
A line string can have multiple vertices.
A line string can have multiple vertices.
Okay.
Okay. So the next one is a polygon. Polygon is basically nothing but multiple points that are connected to each other in enclosed form. So here we can define a polygon in this format where we are providing the points and it will create a polygon. Multi-polygon is a group of polygons or a collection of polygons where we can define a multi-polygon in this format where we are providing the list of polygons that are present in that polygon, and it will create a multi-polygon. So a multi-polygon would look something like this as shown in the figure, uh, which has where we have one polygon and we have other polygon inside it. This is a very heterogeneous type of collection that is called geometry collection, where we can have multiple geometries in heterogeneous form, and it will create a geometry collection. So here we can have any collection or any geometry. For example, here in this example, we have a point and a polygon that is forming one geometry, and simply we can define it as we are defining the point and a polygon, and we have to give it inside this type of function called geometry polygon, and it will create a geometry polygon. Any questions? Okay, moving forward. So these were the geometries. Now what all type of functions are there that we can perform on these spatial geometries? So let's talk about them. So first function is st contains, that basically checks that if if one geometry contains or completely contains another geometry, and no point of the geometry B lies outside geometry A. For example, if you see in the image, the first image, the multi-point, we have multi-points and a point. The point lies completely within the multi-point. So this defines that the multi-point contains geometry B. St within is another function that is very similar to contains. It's just that it will check that if a particular geometry is inside a geometry B, is inside another geometry. So st contains was in reference to the multi-point, that if the multi-point contains that point, and st within is nothing, it's just in reference to the point, that if that point is within that multi-point. So we have multiple examples that we can see here in the images. Here are two multi-points that are contained or are within that particular geometry. So another function is st equals. It represents that if both the geometries are of same type, they represent same geometry, and here the direction of that geometry is ignored. So for example, here we have a multi-point and a point. A multi-point contains only one point. So these both represent equality of the geometry. So it basically checks that if these points are equal or not. For example, if we see here a multi-line string, they are directionally opposite, but still they are the function will return true since the geometries represent the same type. Next function, we have ST crosses.
Francie, 1 second. Can you go back on the last screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this, the last multi-polygon, right?
Yeah.
So we have two polygons of different sizes, so they won't be equal, right?
They
Or
are
will they
of
be?
same, no, the ST equal functions just checks for the geometry, the type of the geometry. If both of them are
Okay.
multi-polygons, then they will be equal.
No, no. Okay, they will be like if this polygon instead of it's a hexagon, it's a octagon, and one is a hexagon. Will they be equal? They
No,
won't be, right?
no.
Okay. So it's the shape that is being evaluated, not the size or the
Yes,
other things. Just the shape of the geometry.
yes.
Okay.
Okay. So next one is ST crosses. It returns true if the supplied geometries have some, but not all the interior points in common. That is, they have at least one point in common. For example, we have this multi-point over here and the line string over here. So that multi-point basically has one point that is lying on the line string. So it basically intersects this. So this will return true for this. Another one, we have two line strings that have this intersection point as common in between those line strings. So this will also return as true since they have one in common. So this is ST crosses. Another one is distance. So basically, distance is a function that will let you find out the distance between two points or two geometries. So if we have a polygon type of geometry, then it will return a 2D Cartesian minimum distance based on the spatial reference between the two geometries. So this will let you know the distance between the two geometries. So next one is ST intersects. So it returns true if both the geometries are in the same space. They spatially intersect. So for example, here we see an example point and a multi-point uh, where the point lies inside one of the multi-points. So this basically intersects. So if we talk about intersect, it the main term to remember here is spatially intersect, that they are within the same space. They share the same space. So then it will return true. Another is disjoint, which is completely opposite of the intersect. If two geometries do not intersect, then they are called as disjoint. So this means that they do not share any kind of space. Both the geometries, for example, this point and multi-point, they are completely separate from each other and do not have any point in common or do not cross or intersect each other. So they are basically called disjoint and separate points, separate geometries. So this function will return true for this type of geometry. Next one is overlap. This basically tells that if two geometries share if they share same space in the same dimension. So, for example, if we see these two multi-points, they do not completely lie within each other, but they have some point in common and they are within the same space. Hence, this overlaps function will return true for this type. Overlap function is basically checks for intersection. It checks for if two geometries cross each other or not, or if they have any if they contain each other or not, or if one geometry is within. So it is a combination of all these functions that you can unifiedly get under this function called overlap, that it will return true if any of these functions will return true. So this is overlap. Next is ST touches. So it returns true if both the geometries have at least one point in common and their interiors do not intersect. So this basically means that the boundaries of both the geometries have any point in common, and not any of the interior of those geometries have intersect or have any point in common. So for example, if we see this point and this line string over here in the image, so the periphery or the outer boundary of this point or this point intersects or has common with the line string starting point. Similarly, if we go down to the line string and line string example, we can see that one point or the starting point of one line string is in common with the starting point of the other line string. So this basically tells you that it touches. Okay. Next one is the ST within. So this type of function will tell you if we have one geometry and the other geometry lies within some radius of the other geometry or some specified space of the other geometry. For example, we have 2 points, and for one point we have defined the radius of for example 1 centimeter. Then it will check that if the other point lies within 1 centimeter distance or radius or periphery of the other point. So for example, if you see in the example here, there is one point in the center and we have defined the radius from the function, and we are checking that if the other point is lying within that particular radius of the this center point. So this will return true for in this case since it is lying inside it. For the other example, if we see, then this point, the other point is lying outside of the periphery of the radius that we have given for that particular point to check. So this basically is a function that will check the distance of another point is within a particular radius or not. Okay. Uh, So this was all about the functions and the geometries. Now, why do we have to use PostGIS? So PostGIS, we use PostGIS because definitely it is better than having files. Since we can avoid duplication, we can improve the access time if we are having databases and we are storing geometries inside it, and we can easily recover our data. Uh, Database is obviously a unified storage for access and management of the geometries and the functions that we perform on it. And the last point is that it maintains transactional integrity. Uh, since if we have any kind of transaction going on, it will not allow if any part of it fails. So that is why we use PostGIS in form of extension into the databases rather than having files. So anybody has any questions? Okay. Uh, we can use PostGIS extensions into our PostgreSQL, and we can also have, if we want to integrate this PostGIS functions into our Java code, we can have multiple dependencies. We can use WKT reader from org.locationtech.jts.io that will provide us some functionalities to read the kind of geometry in form of string and convert it into the geometry that we want, and we can easily store them inside the database using our code. We can do it in Python as well, and we can do it in multiple other languages. Uh, and this is how we can easily use PostGIS, and that's it about PostGIS. Let me know if anybody has any questions regarding this.
Oh, that that was great. Thanks, Mansi.
Okay. Okay, then I'll stop the recording.